has a yield, so I've got the right of way. Go ahead and put her into 6th, 7th, double clutch into 8th. Yeah, one thing I know as a learner, beginner to these clutches is that I wasn't letting go of the accelerator. I was used to a manual from an automobile, and they're quite different. So if you're going to learn how to drive a stick shift, big rig's a great way to go. Because of the low ratios, you get a lot of shifting and they're hard to stall. You've got to watch your RPMs and your speed. That was a little too quick to downshift, so I just straight up braked. Put my splitter down. I'm in 4th. The splitter I'm talking about is for the high-low range. There's only 5 positions on there, high and low, so that's why they call it a 10-speed. 5 low, 5 high. There's 4th, 5th. That's the 5th position in the low range. I switched the gear up, selector up, put it back to 6. Here goes 7. Here goes 8. Coming into a red. Switch to the low range. I'm going to go ahead and grab 4th in the low range. I'm looking a way to get onto South 101 here. I know this boulevard. I've been on Commerce before. I'm sure I'm coming up to the Rohnert Park Expressway. And from there I can turn left and catch the 101 South. And I'm sure that's Rohnert Park coming up ahead. I've been delivering to Petaluma, Rohnert Park, Hillsburg, Santa Rosa, Windsor, Cotati. So I'm learning a lot of these streets here. And how to get around. Another thing is for beginners, don't rush your shifts. These are not hot rods. You're not going to set any speed records from the stop sign, so take it nice and easy on the accelerator and don't take your revs up too high. I mean, I'm here in 6th gear just crawling along. I'm going to put the splitter down, grab 5th, 4th, okay, well, I'm in 4th now. And there was a smooth move. That is the expressway in front of me. I don't think I'll catch this light, so I'm just going to slow roll it. My signal on, just as I thought. I will not catch the light. I'm not picking up too much speed, so I really don't have to use my engine brake at this point. But I'm going to go ahead and turn it on now that I'm getting out of the city and approaching the freeway, where the engine brake is a little more important for slowing down. These Freightliners have a good engine brake. You can come to a stop, almost come completely to a stop without touching your regular service brakes, just using the engine brake. And I'm sure you all know downshifting just means shifting to a lower gear, which increases the RPMs, but when the engine brake is on, the valves do not, intake exhaust valves are closed, and it just uses a compression inside the cylinders to slow down the truck. You know, it puts torque on the transmission, and Slows you down. Leaving Rohnert Park here, Katati, Rohnert Park, I'm going to descend into Petaluma, and on 101, the descent from Rohnert Park into Petaluma has always been a favorite of mine, even before I was driving these trucks. In the truck you get a different perspective. It's almost like you're flying. I'm about 10 feet off the ground, and it's nice sensory input. So again, we're not a hot rod here. I'm just going to take my time. I'm not going to rush these to get my RPMs up. I've got to watch the swing on my trailer, so I'm looking behind, and I can see up ahead that this is a right-hand on-ramp. So I'm going to take the right lane. There's the northbound if I wanted it. Selector switch down. Oh, let's grab fifth. Switch up. 6th, 7th, and what I'm using for my shift points is the sound of the engine. You'll get used to the sound, and I just did a little downshift there into 7th, from 8th to 7th, and you could hear the engine brake, I think. As a beginner, I used to watch the tachometer, and I still do, for determining when to shift gears, and there's a formula for that. I'm not going to recite it now. I'm busy. I've got to concentrate on driving. I'm in 8th, going to 9th, checking my left-hand mirror. Traffic's clear. Looking at the mergers on my right. Looks like I'm going to be clear there. Checking my mirrors. Fender mirror first. Side view mirrors next. Lastly, my flat panel mirror, the convex on my right gives a good perspective. There's street sweeping. On my left, I'm checking my mirrors. I spend a lot of time in my mirrors looking at what's behind me rather than where I'm going. Where I'm going, I'm going. I'm coming through, with or without you. What's behind me, I don't want to take out any innocent bystanders. I just want to know, make sure that no one's going to ram me. So, also got to watch for emergency vehicles, all types of objectives for looking into side view mirrors. And I'm here in top gear, 10th gear, at highway speeds. These trucks do have governors. I see a merger coming on ahead of me to the right. He's got good speed. It's a little Class C vehicle. He can definitely accelerate out of my way. I cannot ever out accelerate him. And I'm not carrying